Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Palma Pioneer Pantry. My name is Marin, if you're new here, and we are sick. We started to feel a bit sick last Wednesday, and it has just kind of gotten worse since then. I am actually recording this Wednesday morning before I need to post this video, just so that I can get something out for you guys and so that I can keep myself in the habit. If you can tell, I'm a little bit stuffed up, so I'm sorry if I sound kind of weird. I recorded this video on Sunday. We'd been sick since Wednesday, and Sunday was just also not a great day. But the house, I didn't get to do my Wednesday reset because we kind of got sick that day, and then we'd been sick, and so I hadn't just been really keeping up with things. So the house was kind of a disaster. And I knew that we were probably going to keep getting sick, and so I wanted to make sure that I kind of reset the house, at least the main areas of the house, so that we could, so that we could feel okay even though we were sick, and so that I could continue to at least sometimes make food and take care of my family. And so today we're just going to go through, and you guys can follow along as I do a bunch of dishes and clean up our kitchen and our dining room area a little bit, and try to take care of a sick kiddo a little bit in here, and I hope you enjoy. So I started by filling the dishwasher as full as it would go, and then moved on to doing the dishes that needed to be done by hand. I've also got some YouTube videos playing here. As you can see, it helps me to feel a little bit better as I'm working on chores. At this point, my little guy woke up from his nap, and so I went downstairs and got him and brought him upstairs to help me get things cleaned up and taken care of. One of his favorite things to do when he's not sick is to stand at the sink with me while I do dishes, and he'll play with a wooden spoon or spatula or the pots and pans, whatever it is that I think is not too dirty, or sometimes with something that's clean. And he really enjoys that. Every once in a while I'll fill up the sink with a little bit of water and let him play with that, but that was definitely not going to happen today, so a pot lid and a spatula are where it's at. So I took this opportunity also to wash a couple of our dog bowls. I put one of them in the dishwasher earlier, but this one has, for some reason it's like a double layer of metal and it's like spins. Anyway, I thought water would get stuck, so I washed that and then went on with more dishes. So I had a couple of Corningware dishes that I had used to bake some chicken earlier in the week, and they have been just sitting for a few days because they were, they had a bunch of stuff really stuck to them. And I scrubbed, this first one came pretty clean, but the second one I scrubbed forever, and I still couldn't get all of the burned on bits off, so I decided not to. As you can hear, my little one is once again awake and needing lots of attention, so he is also hanging out with us and wants to be involved in the narration. point, my little one was starting to get a little bit fussy. He even threw his milk cup on the ground, but we got that wiped up and we did some snuggles. Then we went and got a diaper change before coming back and starting on our snack. We decided to have a cheese stick and some grapes. And I also gave him a fruit smoothie packet that he sometimes enjoys and sometimes not. Today was a not day. We have actually had these grapes for probably a little bit too long, so I'm just going through and pulling out all of the ones that are still good to eat and tossing the rest of them. So I think I've mentioned these bottles in a previous video, but I just love them. I got them at a thrift store. They're just glass bottles with little screw-on caps. And the only frustrating thing about them is that they don't always get all the way clean in the dishwasher. And so I do have to wash them by hand. Luckily, we've got bottle brushes for our baby bottles, and they work really well to clean these also. I guess I did try one more time to get this Corningware pan clean, but it just wasn't going to happen, so I gave up. At this point, my little one was starting to get a little bit fussy, so I was trying to just get everything cleaned up, finished up, so that we could take a break and get him some attention and then eventually get down for another nap. That did take a while, so by the time I was able to come back, the dishwasher was done, and I was able to get that unloaded and put away the other dishes that had been setting out to dry. We have a couple of different types of these dishwasher baskets, and they're really useful, not just for things like bottle parts, but also for binkies, and I use them for caps, and as we've been sick, I've been using them for the syringe parts as well. There was one jar that didn't quite come clean in the dishwasher. Sometimes that happens despite, I had it on the bottom rack and there was nothing under it, but I'm just scrubbing that out really quickly to just have everything be done. So now we will get the camera turned around so that I can show you how I put away our appliances on our little appliance tower to the left of the stove, and get a couple of other things just tossed in the trash. last of all, we'll go and get some cleanup done in our dining room. There's not a ton to do here. I just want to get some trash cleared off the table and just tidy things up a little bit. My green stock planter is going to stay on the table until I can get that outside and planted. But we just got another foot or more of snow a couple days ago, so it'll have to wait until all of that melts. And that's all I've got for you today. Thanks for bearing with me as we deal with this family sickness, and I hope that you stick around to see our other videos and the adventures we get up to. Please leave me a comment on what you guys do to keep life functioning when you're sick, and if you're interested in following along as we plant our green stock a little bit later and as we cook and eat and grow food, then please subscribe. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time on the Palm Pioneer Pantry.